I get the rigatoni della casa. Do you like shrimp?
Oh, I do.
Then you will love this dish.
Lunch with Florence Henderson. It's like breaking bread with America's mom, because millions of Americans know Henderson as Carol Brady.
Here's the story of a lovely lady.
Her signature role in TV's The Brady Bunch.
That's the way they all became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch.
We met at Vito's, an Italian restaurant in Santa Monica, California.
For me, it is almost like entertaining at home.
Yeah. Italian food is like that, too. It's so comforting,
Yeah.
don't you think?
Well, I think somewhere, either in another life, I have to have been a Mediterranean person.
Of course, there's nothing Mediterranean about Florence Henderson. For her, home cooking was served on the farms of Indiana and Kentucky, where she grew up in a Catholic family.
I grew up in a very large, poor family.
10 kids, right?
10.
Wow.
And I was the 10th.
Her singing voice made her a standout, and in 1951 led her to New York, where she studied at the prestigious American Academy of Dramatic Arts. She found success quickly. She played the lead in the national tour of Oklahoma, and by 1954 she was starring on Broadway in Fanny.
And I never looked back. I've never been out of work. I've never looked for work. I've just been very blessed.
Before long, television came calling, and Henderson appeared on the Today Show alongside host Dave Garroway.
You were one of the first Today
Girls. Yes, you didn't call them co-host or we
woman?
were the, oh no, God forbid. We were the Today Girls.
She's a better actor than you are. Girls. You're supposed to be loving sisters, remember?
But it was the Brady Bunch, which debuted in the fall of 1969, that made Florence Henderson a star.
Oh, my.
This is one picture of Florence that I love.
Sherwood Schwartz created the Brady Bunch.
Well, I'm not going to let you go away alone. That's a big world out there.
She rooted the mother, and she became Mrs. Brady. She's a natural performer. She's a natural everything.
Wherever we go, whatever we do.
Mrs. Brady was the ever-cheerful, impossibly perfect matriarch of the Brady clan.
I used to watch that show and think, why isn't my mom like that,
I know a lot of women say to me, I really hated you because my kids wanted you to be their mother. And I said, but you like me now, don't you? Yeah.
Of course, perfection required help, and the Bradys employed a full-time housekeeper, Alice, to help tend to and feed the 6 Brady kids.
Hi, Alice. What's for dinner?
Plus, you had Alice. I wanted an Alice.
I did too.
Yeah.
Oh, Alice, will you please help me with dinner? As soon as I find a black tie.
What is the one thing that I guess is the most different about you from Carol Brady?
That's a very good question. First of all, I've always worked. I've always had a job.
Worked she has. The wholesome image she carved out as Carol Brady has come in handy in her post-Brady Bunch life. She was the spokeswoman for Tang and for Wesson Oil.
That's Wessonality.
And she hosted not one,
How can simple ice cube trays save you time in the kitchen?
but 2 of her own cooking shows, Shortcut Cooking and Florence Henderson's Country Kitchen.
Jimmy, how many onions do you use?
She's a cookbook author as well. It seems only natural America's mom would be at home in the kitchen. But there's an irony there.
Because I don't like to cook. Even though I've done all these cooking shows, it's really, I'd rather eat out.
The star of the Florida Follies, Florence Henderson.
Maybe that's because she's too busy to cook. In real life, she's the mother of 4 grown children. Now at 76, Florence Henderson is still hard at work, with projects from plays to product pitches and beyond.
Thank you so much. Good evening.
If there's one current project most meaningful to her, it's her autobiographical stage show, All the Lives of Me.
So there's the story of this lady and her life.
There's a lot of humor. There's some serious moments. It really tells the story of my life.
Henderson says she'll work until she's 95 if she's able. Maybe someday she'll be known as America's great-grandmother.
To health and friendship.
Yes.
Okay.